So in the digital summit, I was one of the presenters, and I did talk about digital summit. Theme was really about AI. My angle to this was, hey, a lot of the ad platforms nowadays is running on AI, machine learning. It's a black box, and a lot of us as a marketer looking at the performance that comes out of it and said, hey, this is great or this is bad, and what can we do? And you tinker around with the ad platform and take a customer's budget, ad spend, and spend it away, and use creative and the data as a lever, right? However, we all don't know what the black box is within the Google and the Meta of the world. When you look at the analytics from various angle, there's a lot of things you can actually learn. How to say? There's a lot of things you could assume that the machine learning or the AIs of that algorithms, if you will, have made decisions on. But the data will tell you certain things that, hey, maybe that wasn't the case, right? Yeah. So a lot of times you hear things like, hey, it's so smart, you could just sit and forget. Set the broad targeting, everything will figure it out. Not really. So that was like the takeaway, and we had a lot of evidence on the slides and some of the high spending clients that we have, and to show that hey, a lot of the assumptions and hypotheses we had tested, it didn't turn out to be how it's supposed to turn out. A good example is like whenever like Meta changed like algorithm, some of the things we saw in mid August last year, and all of a sudden everything was great, but all of a sudden it crashed the conversion, and we couldn't explain anything until we reached out to Meta and got an explanation that, hey, it looks like it was the algorithm that was impacting your, only because they gave more weight towards the attribution that was close to conversion. So anything that requires long sales cycles and stuff like that was heavily impacted. And we can't really explain that or make influence. So what can we do? And obviously you have to go back to the data and do your homework and then say, okay, now we have to start retraining the, algorithm to work in our favor. So long story short, I think there's a lot of marketers out there who really underestimate your data you have on hand, whether it's first party or third party.